Let's talk about debt. There are two predominant methods of debt repayment, Avalanche and Snowball. In Avalanche, you pay extra on the debt with the highest interest rate. In Snowball, you pay extra on the debt with the lowest balance. In both methods, once you've paid off the debt for one, you apply what you were paying to your next target debt. Avalanche can obviously save you money on interest over time. The extra that you're paying applies entirely to the principal, which means you're preventing further interest from accruing. Snowball on paper might not save you as much over time, but in practice, the quicker checkpoints end up encouraging you to put more money into it. Avalanche is more the long game, while Snowball is more the mind game. Once you see that you're only $40 away from wiping a form of debt off the map, you might choose to throw that $40 into your debt rather than going out to eat. Let's show an example of the two methods. Let's say that you have 5 types of debt. You have a car loan which has a balance of $8,000, a minimum payment of $200 a month, and an interest rate of 4.9. You also have student loans. One of them is at $20,000. Good job at having it that low. The minimum payment a month on that is $300 and the interest rate is 4.6. You have a second student loan payment. This one is $10,000. The minimum payment is $100 a month and the interest rate on this one is 5.9%. You also have a hospital bill because you live in America and insurance is weird. The minimum payment on this is $30 a month, but luckily there's 0% interest. Finally, you have a credit card. Minimum payment of $100 a month, interest of 9.8. Now the total of all of these minimum payments is $730, but because you are a rock star, you're putting in $70 additional per month. So total you're paying $800 a month toward your debt. In Avalanche method, you will be debt-free in November 2023. The interest paid at that time is $5,321.32. Under Snowball method, you're also done at November 2023. The interest paid in Snowball is a little bit higher at $5,454.39. This is a difference of $133.07. You can buy loads of things with $133. However, this is a debt repayment period of 61 months. So although that sounds like a good amount of money, it comes down to $2.18 per month. That's not even a quarter of a Spotify Premium membership. Let's look at the graphs of these timelines. In Avalanche, you see that most of your debts, they go away at the end of this period. In Snowball, you have a lot more checkpoints along the line to keep you interested and excited, and to encourage you to throw more funds at your debt. I tend to think that Avalanche is better if you have really secure finances. If you're secure in your finances and you know that you won't ever miss any of your payments, spreading it out in the long term can save you interest over time, so it is worth it. But if your finances are a little less secure, you don't want to risk missing a payment. So by eliminating some of your lower forms of debt, you're changing a lot of your payments, so instead of being primarily the minimum balances, you're paying primarily additional. This means that you have a little more flexibility if you have to make a lower payment on a specific month. Financial insecurity makes it hard to throw extra debt. So when you're not getting those rewards of eliminating a form of debt, it's a little harder to be encouraged. Although you will save more in interest with Avalanche, it's usually pretty negligible. I recommend doing Snowball until you've eliminated most of your forms of debt, and then once you get down to a comfortable 2 or 3, changing to Avalanche. And when you compare the two methods, it's really not that big a difference. The most important thing is that you are adding extra in. If you're just paying the minimum, it's going to take you a long time and you'll be wasting a lot of money on interest. And even if the number looks big on paper, think about what $1,000 over 10 years actually means. Break that down in a yearly or monthly basis, and you might realize that that amount of money is not worth having those checkpoints of encouragement. I've included in the description a couple of articles about this. I've also included a debt calculator where you can input your actual numbers and figure out the difference between Avalanche versus Snowball. As always, I hope this has been helpful. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more financial videos such as this. It's a topic that I'm really interested in, so let me know what kind of questions you have. Have a great day!